Obviously tough one for sure. I thought we got ourselves in penalty trouble for sure to start. I thought we did a heck of a job on the kill. We put a team with that much talent on the power play. We gave up 3 shots on 5 kills, and he scored obviously in the 5-on-3. What it does is it attacks you. I thought we got to our game in the second. I thought we had a lot of good looks, and it's a tie ball game going into the third. And obviously they made a play at the end to get the win. So obviously disappointing for sure. But like I said, our guys were disappointed but never discouraged. And we got a big time opportunity tomorrow.
Adam, I think you guys are like 12-0-2 in the second game of the series this season. So obviously quick turnaround. But what have you guys been able to do so far earlier this year to be able to finish series strong?
I think sometimes that's the way the season goes or whatever, but I think that our guys are willing to learn, right? And I think that's important, right? If we our game's not a perfect game and mistakes are going to happen, and our job is to try to coach our guys and adjust in areas we need to be better at. And I like that about this group, that you got that's what we're here to do is teach and learn and grow. And what our guys do need to understand is we're getting down to the end of the season here where you don't have that opportunity the next night, right? So you got to make sure, and not that I didn't think we were sharp, I thought we gave ourselves plenty of chances and created enough to give ourselves a chance to win the hockey game. But that's what I've respected about this group is there's a humility that it's not blaming the refs, it's not the lucky bouncer. We're not into that. We got to get better, and tomorrow that's our goal. We got to be better.
With the penalties, we talked earlier in the week about the importance of not taking them. When your guys are sort of stringing together penalties and you have so many, I think it was 9 minutes in the first period you guys were done penalties?
Yeah.
How do you refocus them? How do you get them to settle down?
Again, I think that's what's really hard. You got to be, when you look at the calls, whether they're all penalties or not too, right? So, and I'm not saying they were or weren't, but our job is to kill off the penalties. And, I thought our guys did a heck of a job. I thought the second period was as good as we probably played this year. I think we had 20 shots on net, right? So sometimes it takes you a whole game to get to that point. So we had some good getting to our game. And so you just can't leave it to chance, right? You got to take care of your stick. You can't be reaching. A couple of those we're not moving our feet and take good angles. So you put yourself in a tough spot and they go down. And but that's our sport, right? And I also think we're a real bad hockey team if we don't play hard. And so we got to get right to the edge. So it's finding that balance.
When you lose a player like Danny Russell throughout the game, especially like there, it seems like he's a guy that always finds those sort of game-winning goals. How much do you miss a guy like that?
Yeah, Danny's a vital piece, and obviously he's one of those guys, right? He's got to play hard. He's got to play physical. He's one of our strongest guys in skates. Again, whether I agree with the penalty or not, they called it. And at first, the ref he stayed in the game, and then I think they got a call from the office that hey, actually Danny can't go into the game because of the rule, and so then he had to leave the game. So, but it gives other guys opportunities. I thought Shane did a good job stepping in there, and that's with our depth, I think that's a blessing to have guys ready to go and try to take advantage of the opportunity.
Coach, I was going to ask you about Shane, and just I know he hasn't really had the offensive production as of late that he might want, but just what you thought of him bringing that physicality up to the top line with Isaac and Charlie.
Yeah, Shane's a promising player for sure. He's competitive. He's a team guy. I think he, and that's his job is to be ready when your number's called. And we got a deep forward group, right? So he's earned time on the power play. Didn't start of the year, but he's earned it. Penalty kill, same thing. He's earned time on the penalty kill, and our guys, I think the world of him. He just keeps getting better. I think points, again, that's a little bit, youth hockey mindset. If you're always worried about points, right? You got to play quality hockey, and I think that's why he's a guy that continues to improve because he plays the right way.
Coming into the game, obviously you knew last one was 72 penalty minutes. With this one, just the special teams, and going into tomorrow, how will special teams really be the key factor to the game?
Yeah, again, I think you don't want to go to the box as much as we did. It's going to happen at times. I thought our kill did a good job for you, but what it does is it fries your legs. And our power play I thought looked really good. Like we obviously scored the nice goal. Carson's goal was a good seam play, and then I thought we had multiple chances on the other one. So those are this time of the year, right? They're critical, and if you want to win a hockey game, you got to be great on special teams.
You good? Right. And that's it.
I know you're focused on winning and losing and so forth, but did you feel good about the 5-on-5? Is that what you expected? And is that something encouraging you can take away from that? 5-on-5?
Yeah, I think all year we've been really consistent 5-on-5, right? And that's the message to our guys is we gotta, doesn't mean you're gonna win the game, but that's an advantage we feel like to our team if we keep it 5-on-5. So, but there's gonna be times you take penalties. You watch our sport that happens. We can't take that many for sure, but if they do decide to make a call, then you got to go out and kill it. There's no sense arguing with the ref that you're not going to change it. And I thought our guys did a good job of that too. So the longer we can try to keep it 5-on-5, we think that gives us a better chance, you know, because we have depth and we can roll our lines and guys get into it. And I thought you saw that for parts of the second period.
And did you feel the momentum you had in the second period, you kind of lost it early in the third when the penalty did come? Is that where it kind of got?
A little bit, but again, I think we had, I mean, I don't know how many pipes we hit, right? We had opportunities to put it away, and they did a good job in front of the net, right? There was some loose change and we couldn't get to it, and so credit to them. But yeah, I mean, I think at that point, once you get to the third period, obviously it's a rivalry game. They're one of the most talented teams in the country, so they're going to push, and obviously made a play at the end and won the game.
One more thing on prior to that play at the end that won the game, a couple of possession mishaps for Michigan State on that. Is that the way you said? Have you taken another look at that?
Yeah, I think just making hard plays at that point in the game, right? You got to get it behind them. That's where we had success, and I do think when you look back at the whole game, it's some of that product is you get tired and you get worn out, and some of those guys are out there killing penalties, right? And obviously we take a 5-minute major. We had a full 2-minute, a 5-on-3, so you're asking the same guys to keep doing it, and that unfortunately can impact. You can do the job and get it, whatever. I know they scored 5-on-3, but do the job for the rest of the 5-minute major. But the unintended consequence of it is you got to play the rest of the hockey game, right? And so it's hard to have that same jump or thought process to make a good play.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Good, thanks.
Thanks, George.